like nothing else existed. So when his eyes began to flash dark, I wrote it off. His cute, obsessed schoolboy type gaze turned into a hungry, stormy stare that crept out when we were alone. But he was older and more experienced. He knew how college relationships worked. Wasn't that enough for him to be right and for me to be wrong? There were times when he was a stand-up guy, so I overlooked the times that he wasn't. I stayed when he gripped my shoulder just a little too tightly and whispered, "Get on your knees." When I said no, the grip got tighter. When I pulled away, the hand forced down. It sounds bad, but it wasn't because he was just trying to be sexy, right? I stayed when he began to raise his voice with me, when I started to get curses and biting words thrown at me, when his hand slammed coffee tables in broad daylight. I was sure it wasn't meant for me. Everyone has personal trouble, right? I stayed when he began to choke me. I coughed, I pulled away, but I didn't take his hand away. I didn't say no. I wanted to grow up, and I convinced myself that that's just what older people do. That is what they do, right? I stayed when he gave me Adderall during a heavy night of drinking. It couldn't be dangerous to mix. After all, he knew things, and he knew very well that I didn't know things, and he would protect me. And I made the choice to take it. Me. My fault. Not his. Right? I stayed when he started having sex with me without asking or caring what I thought. I stared at the white ceiling and I stayed silent because that way things would just be easier for me. And I didn't say no. And if I really meant no, I should have said so. Right? So I said it. Softly, quietly, maybe to myself even without him hearing it. To be honest, my version of no was avoiding public, ignoring texts, and making excuses. But hey, I got out. But the guilt, the voice in the back of my head that told me I was wrong wouldn't stop. She told me I fucked up. I should have stayed silent. She told me that the least I can do is just shut up, stop being dramatic, and stay friends with it. I mean, was she completely wrong? I know far too well of what people think of the girl who talks. She's not the cool girl. She's dramatic. She's overthinking. She's a bitch. She should just let it go already. If she speaks up, she is buried under institutional paperwork. If she is successful, she ruined a boy's life. I've heard the cutting responses. But he's such a nice guy. He was probably just drunk. I couldn't imagine him doing that. Hell no, I didn't want to be that girl, so I tried to be the chill girl. I gave it my all, and I was pretty good at it. I didn't tell anyone that I cried myself to sleep. I didn't say that I bought an alarm system for my door in case he tried to come in. That I stayed up listening for my door creaking, staring at the door handle, and waiting for it to turn. I kept it to myself when I woke up from nightmares of being alone with him. I didn't tell anyone when I stopped eating or sleeping. I didn't say that my breath got tight at the idea of being sexually intimate with someone again. When I saw no point in getting out of bed. But you see, the thing about that cool girl attitude is that it took and it took from me. It exhausted me. It exhausted me to that what I didn't want to. I started practicing saying no. I said no when he aggressively interrogated my male friends, when he held me in a gripping hug and sucked my neck, when he pulled my hair and forced my head between my knees. These times I said no. I said it softly, but I sure as hell said it. This time when his friends told me, I don't want to hear it. I'm his friend. I said no. You should hear this. No got louder and louder. No has helped me show up at the women's center door. No has helped me say the words intimate partner sexual violence. Say sexual harassment. Say sexual assault. The words no one wants to say. No turned into a no contact order. Looking back, I wish I didn't worry about being friends or making peace or creating conflict. I wish that at every single point along this timeline, I had said no. I'm that girl that you hear about in your high school health classes. The girl that they put those women's center stickers in the bathroom stalls for. The one you roll your eyes wondering, why the hell wouldn't she just say something in the first place? The girl you're convinced you will never be. This is me saying no. Saying no loudly. And if saying no makes me a bitch, or a slut, or a prude,